Good morning. Let me guess. Lynn is on here. Seattle driver. Happy Friday. Oh, is it Yvette? Even though I just spoke to you a few minutes ago. Who's on here? And why are you the only one? Hey, I'm picking up traction. Two people on here. Let me see. Good morning, whoever is on here. Usually it's my regulars, so Lynn, usually Dorian be on here. I haven't seen Dorian in a while. Everybody's busy, I guess. But anyways, happy Friday. On my way to Panera. But before I go to Panera, I gotta stop by Walmart and buy me a black T-shirt. But anyways, everything's going good. Hopefully, it will be a little bit better in regards to tips. But hey, good morning, Lynn. I knew you were gonna be on here. So this is my last week with Panera in regards to the work week. I don't work on Saturday. Well, I told him I can't work on Sundays for sure. And I said I could work Saturdays if you need me, but really, um, I basically told him I could work Monday through Friday from 10:30 till 4. So on my way there now, and I will be off tomorrow. And besides, I wouldn't want to work tomorrow anyway because there's a race, a 10K, a 5K, and a 10K, and that's going to be a lot of closures along those residential areas that the store is located. It's like in a mixture of residential and business. So I already saw the sign that there was going to be some traffic delays because of it. Now, tomorrow, somebody ordered 10,000 bagels, and I'm quite sure it's that organization that's sponsoring these races that's in the community. I'm quite sure that's them ordering those 10,000 bagels, or was it 8,000? Whatever it is, I know the person, the catering person, um, was talking about she has to be there 5 o'clock in the morning or some early, either make um, certain things they bring in from the that's made pre-made in the warehouse, like this big distribution warehouse. But pretty much they bake all of their breads and pastries. So they make those at the store. They don't have nothing pre-made. You know, they don't. There's nothing that comes like a box of bagels and or nothing. Now, if it's like anything, um, like I said, good morning, Leon and Lady. Good morning, Seattle driver. Did you get my message? I just sent you an email this morning with my contact information. You can call me over the weekend or later on in the evening so we can discuss, do they have overnight Baker's Edge? I don't know. I think it depends. I think they work, they may have the overnight bakers at the other location, not the other location, but at the bigger facility. Okay, that's fine. Let's check your email. Let me know. Respond back in the email so I know you got it. And I don't know if they have any. I mean, at the location I work at, most of the Paneras, they have a baker, and I think they come in like 5 in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, something like that. But I don't know if they work overnight per se. I know they may work at the other big facilities that do the baking. Good morning. Y'all got some long names, boy. Zombie the Master. Good morning, everyone. But let me tell y'all, yesterday was my full, really day of driving, doing deliveries with Panera Bread. So I made about $32 worth of tips, cash tips, which includes the mileage and the tips. They cash you out on the cash tips or credit card tips that people leave and the mileage. So, and let me see, I think they had 3 hours, well, 4 hours. I have to read the paper to y'all when I do a breakdown. But anyway, I did Grubhub after I had left work, and I basically didn't have to go anywhere. I stood right there at the store when I got off, ate my little lunch that I got from Panera. You know, you get a discount. And I did, I turned on Uber Eats before my Grubhub block started, which was at 6 to 8 for 2 hours. And then I did Uber Eats. I turned it on, got an order, did one order because it was like basically in the middle of traffic, and it was about what, 7.98. Then I did my Grubhub block, made $25. So I made a little bit over the guarantee. And so if I add up all the monies I made in tips between Panera, Grubhub, and Uber Eats, oh, I did do two Uber Eats orders. I ended up doing one order that evening for Uber Eats and went on home. So 9 o'clock, I was on my way home. So I made about $63 worth of tips between all three of them. And oh, let me tell y'all, y'all heard of Delive, right? Delive. So about a good Last year sometime, I heard about the live, and they had to live in Atlanta. Live. I don't know when I know hell reconnect. Every time I'm in this dang area, it don't get no good. Okay, hopefully y'all hear it. So anyway, so the other day, Monday, I got an email saying they were looking for drivers in Atlanta for the live, and I signed up, and I already had submitted my information. So all I had to do was update recent documents, and so I got approved to do the live. So of course, they showed a breakdown about what you'll be doing and things like that. And so, oh hell, this is crazy. Everything's scrambled up. Ugh. So anyway, so I finally got I'm on a wait list. So for the next few days, I put myself on a wait list because this new schedule comes out every Tuesday at 9 o'clock, and that's when you choose when you're available to do any type of delivery. So yesterday, I get an email saying they need drivers, and if anyone's interested, please respond to the email. And I was like, man, I should do it, but I said no. I already gonna do Grubhub for 2 hours, and I don't want to be um pulled in different things, and especially since I never did the live before. So I didn't choose it. So when I did decide to do the live, I said, okay, I'm available for an hour from 8 o'clock, no, from 7:30 till 9. So they said, oh, they didn't have it. They said they didn't need anyone at that point. So I said, okay, well, fine. I said, well, maybe on the weekends. But anyway, so I have a new gig arsenal in my power, which is to live. But I've never seen anybody in Atlanta with a Deliv shirt, with any type of thing on their neck, the Leary with the Deliv. So I don't know who's doing Deliv. I looked at old videos in the air, and I checked on Craigslist, and they get paid $19. Hmm. You know what? I was thinking about that, but shoot, I barely like to clean my own house. But I probably would. I mean, if I was to do cleaning of people's houses, I probably would try tackle because I've seen a couple of people. Well, I bumped into quite a couple of people one time. Oops. Um, they had tackle, and they was coming out of people's apartments, and they were getting people actually use service for tackle, especially in Atlanta. They even had things for dog walkers, WAG, and Rover, but I didn't pass that little lease test. They was like, oh, volunteer at a pet shelter place or whatever and try again. But I don't know if I would do that though. That seems that seems to be a little too much walking dogs. And then it's like, or house sitting for the dogs to. Okay, but so far I don't know. It's like too many gigs. It's like it is so true what they say. It's becoming a gig economy. I don't even. I think that at this point, if anyone was trying to look for a job, unless you go into the teaching, or because I'm considering I'm gonna be once I sit down, I'm gonna take that certified substitute teaching position. You got that right. After you do something like that for a long time, you would not want to do that as a side gig. That gets a little bit. It's just like driving. After a while, you do so much driving, you wouldn't even want to do that anymore. It's like you need to do something different. Yeah, I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna take that substitute teacher certification. Starts doing substitute teaching probably this some term because the way I look at it, schools have no, they still got a good. Let me see, what is it? February, March, April, May. Dang, they still got 4 more months of school. Well, 3.5, 4 months, something like that. Well, while I'm doing Panera, I probably wouldn't do substitute teaching because I mean, it depends. I don't know. I'm gonna see. But I did respond to a temp agency, and they were looking for substitute teachers all over Atlanta, DeKalb County, Atlanta Public School, and it's like a need of teachers. And I would I would really look into doing either being a paraprofessional, which is basically a teacher's assistant, or I don't know if I'll be a full fledged teacher. I'll be a paraprofessional. But if teaching, I'm gonna look into both tests before I decide. Thank you, Seattle. You know, for years, my aunts and people I know in my family, they were like, going to teaching is a great job. It's a great opportunity. Going to teaching, you get a great pension, you know. And I was like, I don't be no teacher, you know, because you hear so much about people talking about the pay being so low and people keep talking about the kids and about how they get stressed with kids. But you know what? The fact that I don't have any children, I think me being around children and influence children, even if they're teenagers, I could deal with that. I think I have more of a temperament to deal with with people one on one versus talking to people in a call center environment where you're sitting at a desk and you're being like almost like a robot, like how what you supposed to say, how you say it, being monitored. I mean, every job, you go through some sort of evaluation, but with a call center, I think after 20 something, 25 years or 30, probably longer than that. I mean, 20 something years of customer service, then 10 over 10, 11, almost 11 years of that with the IRS. Then you're dealing with people, under, that's over you. Mm-mm, it ain't worth it. Trust me. Now I know they got a lot of things going on with the school systems and stuff. Mhm. Yeah, that's true. But you know what though? You really can't do that with these schools these days. You can't be. I ain't talking about physically hitting nobody, but you really can't be um overly aggressive because you have to deal with the parents, you got to deal with the school district, and then they have it so structured now that teachers just don't have they don't give them that control. That's one of the things I hear a lot, that teachers are not given that um control, and I think and because of that, um come on people, I think because of that, a lot of teachers leave the school district. They leave. Yeah, that's true. But with these destructive kids, you know, they really trying to. I don't know. I have a feel. I have two things or opinions about that because some kids they let them get away with things. Some kids they don't. Some kids they victimize and you know lock them. I just couldn't stand it when I saw videos of police in the school and putting handcuffs on children, and because a lot of children have that ADD, ACD, and all these kind of things, mental issues, and just the lack of resource, they just can't control it. They just can't control it. They can't control a lot of those things, and I don't like the fact that they turning schools into this thing. Rose are getting me sick. Yeah, teachers have favorites. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna during the summer I'm gonna study for that get the Georgia's teacher's license. I'm gonna speak to other people who are teachers, but they yeah, that's true. But it depends if you go to an urban school versus more of a I'd rather teach more in a diverse school setting. I don't want to go to no. I mean, that's where most of the people they need people to go to though. Those troubled schools, but it's so hard to say. I don't know because all these schools they want to privatize. They want to. It's so many things that I think that if the government really wanted to change the school system, they really would change the true aspects of a public school system. That's why they got all these um, commercials popping up about companies taking over where kids learning online. And this is not even college. We're talking about regular old elementary school, from elementary, junior high school, where people could learn online. I'm not knocking online because I have my MBA from an online university at Capella, but I don't think schools should be that use that type of technological things to teach. I mean, if you're homeschooled and that's the way they do it, and they still be able to then I guess fine, because things are going to change in terms of how schools are anyway. Children's going to need to learn a lot of technological enhancements. They're probably doing things in elementary school, in kindergarten that you wouldn't. Back in the day when kids were learning, there was like crayons and ABCs and real basic things and 1, 2, 3. But now it's like they got these little electronic tablets and little, it's a toy, but it's really little mini toy computers, and children are adapting to that, and I like that. You know, you have to change through the times, but at the same time, you must also make sure the child learns fundamentals: reading, writing, arithmetic. I hate when people say 3 R's because that's grammatically incorrect, but just call it for what it is. Stop saying um, 3 R's, because people, writing WRITING, stop cutting off things, stop making shortcuts. That's one thing I don't like. Don't shortcut and dumb down the curriculum just to pass a test. Because if you can't read, write, if you don't know math, reading, mm-mm. I see that on Facebook. Every time people write things on Facebook, I'm like, who the hell wrote this sentence? And I'm not talking about little shortcut acronyms. I'm speaking about straight up writing a simple sentence, and people can't write. And then when you mention it on Facebook, like, who the hell wrote this? Or don't be so stupid. They're looking at you like I said something wrong. My niece is in kindergarten and she is learning about gay rights. Not sure about. Yeah, that's true. And certain things you don't really need. everyone became so politically correct. You know, that's not something, I don't think that's something you need to learn in school. You know, gay rights, no, you need to. Now, if you at an age where you're learning history, then you include everyone's history and inclusions of rights, you know, because the family structure changes. You know, there's children that have two moms, there's children that have two dads, there's children who are born with that the parents is gay and they do artificial insemination, you know. So the family structure is changing, you know. You don't have the traditional family settings with two parents. Now it's like a whole lot of people are raised single parents. Yeah, it has to be age appropriate. Whatever you discuss, whatever the issue is, let it be age appropriate. I agree. You could discuss anything with children. I don't care what the topic is. Violence, sex, money. You gear it towards it to be appropriate for the child. You know, even money. That should be discussed at an early age. Yeah, it is a liberal state, very liberal. You know, very liberal. And I mean, I believe in equal rights, but there are certain things I just really have a very conservative mindset about. You know, it's just I don't know. Like I said, I just want to. I think while I go and do my journeys of different ride sharing apps and things like that, it's going to lead to me what I'm going to be doing. And the more and more I, the more and more that I just think about it, you know, the more and more I say, you know what, I'm just going to look and see what it involves to get my Georgia's teacher's license, um, and take the next 20 years. I mean, I'm going to still start my tax consulting business. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to have my own business. That's not going to, I'm not going to, stop doing that. Or I already have my logo set up, but I need a name. I don't know if I should keep the name 1099 taxes, or should I, oops, or should I come up with something else? I don't know. What do y'all think? Tell me if you have any suggestions on a name for my tax consulting business before I register my name with the state of Georgia. I want to really come up with a name. I could always change. You can always change your name for your business. There's no problem. Me, at this point, I'm just trying to launch my launch my services now. You know, even if I just get this tax year, I'm gonna keep on making my videos. One call, that's all. Now you know I cannot use that one call, that's all. Lawyer, Atlanta, he goes Ken Nugent. That's his tag. He says one what do you say? Ken Nugent, that's all phrase or name. I think phrase that. Well, on my website, I have 1099 taxes. .wordpress.com. But well, oh, am I back yet? Okay, I think I'm back. Am I getting to certain areas? There's always bad connection. I don't know if all this construction and they building up things, but it's not been a good internet reception lately. I don't know. This is crazy. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and let me see. I gotta go to Walmart. I cannot wear this shirt at Panera. I mean that's obvious anyway. I'd be a black shirt, so I gotta go to Walmart. Stop at this Walmart down the street and run in the store, get me a black T-shirt, and then change when I get there. But so far it's been pretty steady at the store. I could tell you that. It ain't been busy. It ain't been hectic. And the guy who was training the new drivers, I guess, Abram, he's went to another store yesterday because they only had one driver, and this was like near Perimeter Mall, near all these restaurants, and they only had one person, and they were slammed. And they said that they get like orders every what was it? Every 6 minutes they say they get an order, and it was like a lot of orders. So I know he probably made a killing yesterday between him and the other driver who was working with him. Now that's a great idea, but I got to be cautious about. I'm telling you, you got to be cautious about these tag phrases. That's a great idea. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna start. See how I'm gonna put that all together. Whew. Turn this heat off. I hope they got a dang black T-shirt at Walmart. Because if they don't, I'll be screwed, and then I might have to not come in today. Another thing, I'm not even on the schedule. It's like me and this other 2 days ago. So they have about 7 drivers or 8. Oh, you going to the car wash? Man, my car wash hasn't gone to a car wash in months, and it's a shame. Months. Remember to keep those receipts for those car washes and oil changes and what else? Tires, detailing, food. If you eat food in your car and you're doing these ride sharing gigs and you eating, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 50% of that that you spend eating while you're driving is a tax deduction. You can't write up the whole thing. Spend like $10, then you can deduct $55 of that. So you driving around eating your lunch and stuff. You all those, going to McDonald's and I know for me, Chick-fil-A and um, yep, car payment counts too. See, if you make car payments, if you make car payments on your car, and you could deduct those, but you can't take mileage and the actual expense. You have to see which one will give you a greater advantage. So if you kind of break it down, see, this is the rule of thumb when you take mileage. If you have a gas guzzler, a car that uses a lot of gas, and and it's not and it's not efficient, it's best that you take the mileage because the mileage, the 52 cents a mile or 53 cents a mile, whatever the government, IRS decided to do at the time. Um, it's already accounted for in a sense like, of your basic expenses. See, I've kept track of my miles from last year all the way to the end of the year. Now, I use Stride because one, it's free, and two, they changed it to Stride Tax, so they give you a lot of, you know, they can provide a lot of information too, and they also have a inquiry where if you have a question about taxes, you could go on Stride and they'll respond and answer your question. Now, I don't think, and it's pretty good, but you really want to think about which method you wish to use, mileage or actual expense. Now, I always like to quote and give references when I give tax tips. A lot of people on YouTube, they like to make random thoughts and random statements about it, and then they say, "Well, my accountant said," and I think he said this. You know, Either he told you or he didn't. So just don't take things lightly. A lot of people I'm gonna give all my stuff to the account. If I'm gonna go over things with people, even if I do your taxes, I like to give the actual reference, so that way for future reference what to do. Like this year, this is like February 2nd, a good month and 2 days in the year, and it will be a perfect time to keep track of all of your expenses using the app. Now, I could share you the Stride. I'll put it in there later on, and y'all could click on it. I don't get nothing for it, really, to be honest. They're just gonna give you a $25 gift card, but I haven't even know if Stride even kept track of doing that. But anyway, I don't pay for my IQ. If you have QuickBooks, it comes with it already comes with a mile tracker and expense tracker. And if you link your bank account, you could do the same thing with Stride. You can link your bank account, and you could go to each entry that you have on your bank account, and you could categorize it that way. Even if you don't keep track of it the whole entire year, you could go back and do it. And that's what I've done. I've gone back on some of my previous year expenses, and I start clicking on it. But I have pretty much know how much money I spent. Like I bought tires last year, and the car note, I'll have to go back and see how much I spent in my car note. But you can get that from your statement on your car note. All you do is get the statements from your car note where you pay your car note, and see how much you paid all of last year. And then whatever you spent all of last year, if you use, it depends what percentage you use your car for. Because one of the things the IRS asks you, do you use your car 100% for business, or do you use it, 50% business, to a certain percentage based on what you tell them that you use your car for. Me, my car is 100% used for business. And another thing people don't realize that they could deduct is when I was looking for a job, all those miles that I was putting on going job hunting, and I get to deduct those as mileage, but that's going to be on the Schedule A. Job-related expenses, looking for a job, that's on there. Buying clothes for an interview, you put that on there on the Schedule A. So you want to put, so it depends. Do you take this? Now, that's not anything related to Schedule C, because if you use Um, One is for business, which is the Schedule C, and the Schedule A is the itemized deductions. And there's a way that you have usage of your car in both categories, but I'm gonna go over that. Um, I'm gonna go over that more. Make sure I pass that dang Walmart. I'm gonna go over that um, once I do my own return. So when I start to do mine, I'll share my screen when I do my tax return. I'm gonna use my tax return as a guinea pig of how you will file your return in terms of expenses and things like that. And then on a previous video, I thought I shared the code for TurboTax to get the discount if one chooses to use TurboTax and you want to do it yourself and not hire someone to do it, you could do that. But a lot of banks, like if you bank with Wells Fargo, they offer a discount on TurboTax. And then some other strides you can use and get a discount for H&R Block. So if you use H&R Block or TurboTax or TaxAct, there's a lot of discounts that they'll give to use their software to do your taxes. But if you have any questions on how to use it, if you choose to do it yourself and you say, you know what, I want to do it, but I'm stuck. I don't know how to install the software or how do you do the form. TurboTax said $90. That's a discount for the small business because not right. It's $90, but actually, to be honest with you, you use Credit Karma has the same. You could do that return for free with Credit Karma. And I've used Credit Karma last year when I did my return for the first time. And I'm going to use Credit Karma to do my return again. Now, unless I get it for free with TurboTax, I could use TurboTax and I could do 5 people's returns for one. But the license only gives you 5. You could do 5 people's returns if you get the come on people, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta buy a black t-shirt. So I'll talk about that later. But I'm quite sure, send me your email or leave your email once I end the video. And then whatever you decide to do, if you do it yourself or you want me to do it or whatever case may be, I'm here to help. I just know one thing. A lot of these places, they charge $300 something for business returns. It's 300, 350, 500, depending on where you live. But a lot of it has more to do with organization and keeping up with things. All right, y'all. Let me go to this Walmart. I was supposed to be in there at, I try to be at 10:30, but anytime between 10:30 and 11 is what time I'm supposed to be there, so I still got 30 minutes. So let me hurry and buy this black t-shirt. That's a write-off. Anything you buy related to your job, even if you do Uber and Grubhub and all of those, what they call it, uniforms. That's an expense. I don't buy treats and stuff, Well, for one thing, I don't drive people as much anymore. But if you do Instacart and say you get those bags and you use those bags to transport products and goods. You can, all those things are write-offs. And if you use your office to, say you use your office space to kind of keep track of your, you do business things on your, at home. Whatever your square footage is in your room, and you use that for business, you can write it off. Part of your utilities, your internet connection, part of your garage, keep your car. See, when I was working at home, with Amazon, when I was doing customer service with them, and what else I did, all that internet expenses and stuff I could deduct. Okay, let me see this dang t-shirt. 288. Now I know this darn well I'm not no 280. Let me see. Short tee. This thing look thin for a t-shirt. Look at this. This look like a thin t-shirt. And if this even my size, it says extra, extra large, but it sure looks small. No wonder it's juniors. What the hell I'm looking in the junior section for? I'm not even close to being no junior. Where the hell? Where the dang women's section at? It's gonna be. Bless you. See, Walmart used to have people around at one time. Now, you go to Walmart, you can't see nobody. Oh, Lord, let me hurry up. Where those dang cheap t-shirts at? All I need is looking for a black t-shirt. This should not be this difficult. Super soft. It's a kind of shame, though, that I gotta sit here and buy me a t-shirt when they should have had something like this ready. They slick. just gonna wear this. I'm just gonna get this cheap men's shirt. I don't even see where the women's t-shirts at. I don't think they'll let you wear a crew neck cut. Okay. Really? Oh, Jesus. You know, I've never been crazy about Walmart. Never been. Never. I think the quality of service has gone down ever since Sam Walton died, for real. Why somebody got to stay in line for one thing? Even the line for the self-checkout thing is busy. Scan and go. I can see why people don't really want to go shopping for themselves anymore, because why do it when you could go get it picked, get it done, get it shopped, and then go and pick it up. Trust me, if I could have found this t-shirt at Walgreens, I would have bought it at Walgreens, which probably would have been much more simpler. Thank you.
Please remove all items from the scanner scale. Please remove all items from the scanner scale.
Really?
Key in item code or look up item. Insert cash or select a payment type.
$3.25. Hold on, y'all.
Insert cash or touch pay another way. Please take your change. That's below the scanner.
See? Right off. Keep receipts. It'd be so funny that if I went and bought this shirt and the shirts came today. All right, y'all. Let me go. Gotta go to the bathroom. Quite sure you don't want to hear that. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.